So my boy Hayden just pulled up right now. He's 17. He just touched down in Cali. He wants to move out here. He's from like Montana or Idaho or some state. I don't know. No disrespect to you guys' states that live there. He's from somewhere far from California. But he's pulled up. He has the R8 drop top right now. He had 458 yesterday. So he's gonna show us what's up. We're at the penthouse right now. I'm gonna interview him. A lot of the people on my YouTube and his YouTube, they want me to interview him. So I let those people choose which questions they want me to ask him. So we'll see what's good. My boy Hayden's pulled up. I was trying to tell him where you're from earlier, bro, but I didn't know what state it was. Want to tell him?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I said Montana. Same shit. But he's pulled up, so we're gonna do an interview right now. We got the R8. I don't know how he got it. He's 17 years old. He's doing something illegal.
A little bit.
Probably a scam. I'm not playing.
We've had like 10 different cars the last few days. I mean, 2 McLaren. You got the Huracan twice. We had the Maserati, the Ferrari 458. This shit's crazy.
All of them. Yeah, and all of them will still get smoked by this thing right here. Unfortunately.
That's a fact. The Huracan looks badass.
That's a single lineup right there, bro.
Dude.
Yo, Josh King Madrid, guys, coming to you guys live. I've been traveling for a while. I haven't been able to put out as many YouTube videos or podcasts that I wanted to, but I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back in the grind. I just want to be able to bring you guys as much value as possible. Appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm here right now with the man, the myth, the legend, Hayden Bowles, 17-year-old entrepreneur. Made about, how much you make last month? Or this month so far?
So far this month, 50. Last month, 55.
$50,000 a month, guys, at 17 years old. I wish I would have got started fucking way back earlier like how you are.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people at all, guys, are doing that. He just came down. He pulled up in the R8. He's absolutely killing it. He does dropshipping, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, internet marketing, software. He's all over the place. So he's just really crushing it. But that's enough about me explaining it. I'll have him kind of, give the listeners a rundown, a little bit about your background, what you kind of do, what's your spiel.
For sure, yeah. So I'm from Minnesota, wherever that is, trying to move out to Cali here. I know you said 17. I wish I got started earlier, but this has been 5 years in the making. So people don't even believe that when I say them that. I've been trading stocks since I was 12. That was kind of my entry point. Then it became social media, growing Instagram pages. That led into affiliate marketing. Now through those influencer pages, doing e-commerce, which led into learning influencer marketing, Facebook ads, all these other things now with branding and marketing. Starting a software company that built off of the skills I already had. So, multiple income streams obviously, but starting with one, focusing, mastering that, automating it, and then moving on to the next thing. So it's not just launching 10 things at once, but yeah,
So what are your main things like right now that you're kind of focusing on?
Dropshipping, branding, and the software company.
Okay.
So that's kind of the 3 main focal points. There's obviously subcategories underneath those things, but that's kind of the main overview of what it would be.
Word. So what would you say, because a lot of people, watching this, listening to this right now, they get started and, they might endure like failures, setbacks, and they kind of get lost, kind of get unmotivated, and they're not really sure what to do. But I feel as every great entrepreneur obviously has their setbacks, obviously failed, and they, has lost control at some point. What would you say is your biggest setback that you didn't think, maybe you would bounce up from, but you did, and kind of got you to wherever the next step was?
So 5 years of being broke, pretty much, doing stock, social media, making maybe a few hundred a month. At some points, it was not consistent at all. Once things were starting to go well, I was probably pushing up to like 2,000-3,000 a month. I was, I'd say 16. Every single thing I had going got deleted outside of my control. And it was a big wake-up call because everything I was doing was centered around one thing. And so when that thing got removed, I'm not going to dive into what it was, everything got deleted, all my income was just gone. And I was like, yo, oh shit, like what am I gonna do? So it was a great wake-up call. So now, like, after building off of that and restructuring, I'm like, okay, I already did it once, I can do it again, and now just make sure that I have the pieces in place where you have those income streams. Because now moving out, having a car payment, about to be multiple car payments, like, you can't just have one income stream.
So kind of just getting too dependent on one income stream and not diversifying enough, you're saying?
Not even that, it's just, it was outside of my control, and it was a wake-up call to be like, all right, you got to make sure that you have things inside your control. I still can't control that, but it's like, build multiple things. A lot of people would, I don't want to say quit, but you have to know your why. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, so if you're trying to do something and it doesn't work, you're spending years and years and a lot of money, you're still broke, you can't figure it out, if you want to quit, then you didn't really want it that bad.
Right,
So
that
it's
makes
kind
sense.
of like, I never even once thought about stopping what I was doing.
So kind of
Not
like,
at all.
what I like to tell people is like, so one, obviously don't put all your eggs into one basket, and if you do, you gotta be able to control it.
Watch that
you know,
basket.
Because
That's what Warren Buffett says.
as an entrepreneur, it's all about, and I try to do this in all aspects of life, not just my business, but I'm always trying to be in control of as many things as I can. The only thing that can piss me off is things I can't control. Like that's the thing that actually makes me mad, and I shouldn't be mad because
you can't do anything about it.
And that's the reason I shouldn't be mad, but it's because I can't control it. That's why I'm mad. Because there's no reason for me to be mad at all for something I can control, because I can just change.
And you can build off of it and fix it. Like for me, I can't control my age. Like you just progress as time goes on. So it's like, okay, instead of oh, I'm not able to do this, not able to do that, let me be creative and resourceful and figure out a way to do what I want to do.
Like if I was ugly, like I wouldn't really be that mad after a while because I realized I can't really control it. But if I was like super overweight and unhealthy, I can't be mad at myself. I can't blame myself because all I have to do is make a change. So it's kind of that same thing. Just being an entrepreneur is just realizing and trying to get control of as many things that you can in life. And then, just revolving everything around that, I would say.
If you're broke, it's your fault. If you're rich, unless you're a trust fund kid, it's your fault. So, whether that's good or bad, you have to take responsibility, even for stuff that's outside of your control. Let's say you have a VA doing something and they end up deleting let's just say your code in a software. They ruin everything. That's still on you. It's your money, your company, your time, your vision.
You gotta take
You
responsibility.
lost. They didn't care. So that's on you. You gotta be able to fix that.
100%. So super early in the year, it's 2018. I know everybody's fired up. Everybody's making these, New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Not many people are even probably following through. I've seen people who gave up already within like 2 weeks. There are people who said all this crazy things. Obviously, I know that's not the case with you. So going towards 2018, what are your goals throughout the year? Like, how do you want to scale? Where do you see yourself, and where do you see the growth happening over like the next 12 months?
Yeah, next 12 months, I've very detailedly outlined everything inside of a spreadsheet, numbers from different businesses. Again, like things are constantly progressing, so you don't know, I might start a new business and that might take away from something. So the exact numbers I'm trying to go for, a minimum of 3.5 million, that's just profit in my pocket before taxes. I realistically think I can get to $1 million a month. That's just from a financial standpoint. Using that, I want to get a car. I already have my M4. I want to get either a Huracan, a McLaren, or we'll see something else. Maybe
trying to get the Lambo.
Yeah, no, I had the Ferrari 458 the other day, the Huracan, so it's fun just to kind of test out these different cars. But definitely want to do that and just be able to travel. So I want to build all this stuff. I'm fine putting in the work. You have to put in the work up front, but then building it the right way so then I can kind of remove my time from that. Yeah. And nothing's ever fully automated. You just have to still oversee it. Otherwise, people are going to mess it up. So.
And I feel like that's a common thing. I feel like a lot of people, I don't know what it is, they feel like entitled that they don't have to do the groundwork, that they're too good to do like the hard shit. Like I tell people, like, dude, like I'll eat crap all day, bro. Like I'll sleep on the ground. Like you saw me, I was sleeping on the couch for a week, when I was trying to figure out a new place to live. But I was just grinding, like staying at my buddy's house. I wasn't focused necessarily on finding a new place at the time. I was focusing on grinding because I had to get it done. Like I'm down to put in that dirty work.
And you stayed with people who were with that. They're like, you kidding me? Sleep on the couch, bro. Of course. Like if you're putting in the work, it doesn't matter. 100%.
So like being able to put that work in at first with the business, that essential, that groundwork, it's gonna suck.
You're still doing it.
Yeah, of course.
That's part of it because you're not always gonna. People are like, oh, I want to just do this for 3 months and then never have to do anything else. Well, that's cool maybe for that one business, but you want to always be starting more stuff. Maybe that's not you, but I want multiple things, multiple streams of income.
If you want to make more money, you want to live, that next level of that lifestyle. That's what you got to do.
We're in this dude's new penthouse right now.
Yeah.
In like 45 minutes, we're going to look at my new house in Newport. Hopefully, we're trying to get it.
So like, it's just always like you guys can't be getting impatient. I feel like too many people are impatient. Dropshipping doesn't work. Affiliate marketing doesn't work for a month, 2 months, 3 months. They're already down a couple thousand.
Trust me, it works.
And they're crying. They're crying. You're like, people, oh, dude, I don't want to waste any more money. I already spent $3,000. I'm like, $3,000? Are you serious? You know how much money I spent? Well spent. I wasted over multiple six figures. Six figures.
I mean, I've definitely, made money, lost money, gotten scammed, been stupid with it. But like, if you're spending money, let's say $3 grand, you're gonna end up spending, X amount of money. There's not a set amount, but if you lose it in a quick amount of time because you were testing and trying so much stuff, well, you just got a lot of it out of the way in the beginning instead of just dragging it on.
Right.
So it's like you might as well get that done quick. Spending your marketing money, testing ads, campaigns, whatever it is you're doing. Got to do it.
And what you got to get better at is if you don't have as much capital, if you don't have as much funds, and you are realizing that you're wasting money and it's not getting you that type of return, you have to get better at learning how to create money from nothing. Pretty much like I said, if you're an entrepreneur, you can create money from nothing. So find different ways to create money quickly and be able to use that.
I'm going to give them a practical thing. The easiest way to do that, just to create something from nothing, in my opinion, is build a following around anything. Like I used to run quote pages, luxury pages, meme pages, animal pages, anything on Instagram. That's how I got started, marketing just on that. That led into, affiliate marketing.
Right.
The first $1,000 I ever made, I got a check. It was 1 month. Ty Lopez's 67 Steps. I was promoting that on a random entrepreneur quote page I had, and it worked. That led into, e-commerce. And so building that audience that's free. These platforms are free to use. Grab your phone, go on Instagram, whatever. It's free.
Yeah, and
obviously it's a skill you have to learn. But
yeah, and I feel like a lot of people, they get like, I don't know what it is. Some people think, certain things like, here's the biggest thing that kind of ticks me off is I see people, we'll tell them to do influencer marketing, do this, do that. And then they're like, dude, like, why are you selling stuff to people? Like, oh, you're just trying to sell stuff to people. And I'm like, dude, most of the people, especially the people for watching this, if you think anyway this right now and you're watching our stuff, your mind is completely twisted, like badly. Like people, like they watch our stuff to learn how to sell things, whether it's e-commerce, whether it's Shopify, or whether it's affiliate marketing. But then they get mad when they
sales is bad.
Yeah,
you know how money is made? How is money created? Like if you have a business, how do you generate money? A sale, a transaction has to be made. Like, otherwise, there is no transfer of capital between anyone.
So everybody wants to sell things to people, but nobody wants to buy things, or nobody wants to feel like they're being sold.
People love to be sold, people love to buy, they just don't like to be sold.
100%. So like, once you guys lose that mindset, that's a losing like mentality, then you can like grow. Because me, I love to be sold. If there's ever a moment where I want to buy something, I'm like, damn, I wanted to buy that, so the marketing on whatever they did to make me want to buy it is fucking good. I need to look at what they're doing. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I've literally bought people's courses and stuff. Like I bought Jake Paul's course the other day, literally just to see what the next step in the funnel was.
Yeah.
I did not care about the product. I'm like, how is he structuring?
And even the product probably has some sort of value they can get out of it.
Of course, yeah. I went through his course.
So many
Jake
people,
Paul, one of the biggest YouTubers, drives a course on social media.
Like,
of course I'm buying.
If there's one thing that you learn and it can help you even fucking 10 years down the road, that's worth the price. But so many people, they buy stuff and I didn't get any value because they don't get rich overnight, and then they have that mindset. So you guys, if that's you, making money online is not for you. Just to be blunt.
Yeah, it's maybe you're gonna do better in a physical business. Go buy a restaurant, something. I don't know.
Start an ATM business.
It's not for everyone. Yeah, that's actually a sick thing. He was telling me about that. But there's so many ways to make money, but pick one, focus on one. That's what I said at the beginning. I started with one thing, mastered it, kind of automated it, and then took those skills onto something that kind of transfers off of that. So.
Word. So I know. So when I'm still 19, so I still get a ton of people like, dude, like you're 19, you're this, you're that, but I'm an adult. You're technically not an adult yet. So how does it feel to be like a 17-year-old entrepreneur? Like what are the reactions? Like how do you personally feel? Because like a year or 2 years ago, like looking at your classmates, like this is it's different. So how does it feel to be a 17-year-old entrepreneur?
Two things. First of all, people don't believe it when I tell them I'm 17. I guess I don't look 17, don't act 17. Second of all, I genuinely don't think about that. I was telling them earlier, I'm like, I don't even care to know how old you are. Like it doesn't matter. There's no correlation to age. Now, on a legal standpoint, there's a lot of other things. I'm out here renting cars. I got a hotel, which was actually interesting. Putting that, they let me do it on my ID. Just make small talk with people. Talk about football, and he'll like you. So
social hacking.
Yeah, exactly. So it's connections and money first of all. And like being able to legally set stuff up, some of your parents might not want to sign on your Shopify store. You have to be above 18. Be creative, have a friend, have a relative. My grandpa's my co-sign on all my business stuff. My parents wouldn't sign. So just creative with that. Most people let that one initial roadblock, which is like a little wall this high, it's half a foot off the ground. It's like, oh, can't do it. Well, jump over it. That's it.
Yeah. So what other difficulties like being 17 that you ran into? School, legal stuff. Because there's probably a lot of people right now that are under 18.
Everyone under 18 is pre-framed in, okay, you have 8 hours a day at school, maybe some sports, whatever, then the free time's kind of yours. That 8 hours at school pissed me off so much, and for those of you who don't know, I left school after 10th grade, switched to online school, hired a VA to do it, and that's been going for about 18 months. So it's like, we'll see how that goes, but I don't really care. That's kind of, I wanted the time and location freedom. Now I took all the money I was starting to make, started traveling, meeting people, investing into things, and just running my businesses. So freeing up that time and location freedom, but it is becoming very frustrating at a young age to actually do stuff, especially now with payment processors, like paying people, taxes, oh my God, everything. It just becomes a pain in the butt, but hey, it is what it is. I want to do what I'm doing, so I'm willing to do that other stuff.
Yeah, if you want it bad enough, you're going to find a way to get it done.
It's funny, people are like, oh dude, you're 17, whose car is that? Your friend's car? I'm like, no, I rented it. They're like, that's impossible. Some places you have to be 25 to rent.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's what I've been told my whole life, and I've been renting cars.
Well, if you go to a budget rental at the airport, sure, but like you have to know people and have money. That's it. I paid for the cards. They don't really care if you have the legality end of it, insurance, license, and money. You're good.
I feel like what it is a lot of people, they just don't have enough willpower. Like
they don't care.
They want to do something, and then all of a sudden there's one restriction, there's one thing setting them back, holding them back,
roadblock.
And then all of a sudden they push it away. Instead of like having enough willpower to like just actually be like, all right, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Because it's easier to stay inside of that pre-framed structure for a minor, for someone who's under 18. Like, trust me, it is very hard to do what I'm doing underage.
And for anybody, any age, honestly, dude.
I only know a few people. Guess what? All of them drive exotic cars. All of them.
Yeah.
Like, buddy 16 just brought a brand new 0-mile Porsche off the lot.
Wait, who's that?
Tanner Plains.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I used to.
know, right?
That was my little mentee, man. He used to work for me.
Yeah.
That's
He
crazy.
used to run the accounts and stuff, yeah.
That's crazy.
He's an influencer too. I used to know Tanner and stuff, so it's crazy to see all that stuff.
That's
really
nuts.
is.
That's nuts, dude. When I was 16, I was getting excited because I was selling beanies and chains and hats, and I bought my first car at Genesis Coupe, which is still pretty expensive. It was like 14 grand, but I bought it cash.
Shit.
There's no way I was about to get
At
co-signer.
16?
Yeah, I was actually 15 and a half. 15
Yeah,
and a
I
half.
don't know, 14 grand.
Yeah, so it was a different scenario. If I was 16 now, I would have probably bought the GTR cash at 16. But
it's there. It's
there,
crazy because it always looks, it's out of reach. Damn, Ferrari, that's expensive. But like, once you start understanding how you can leverage money, first of all, credit, finance, lease, whatever. But just, you start making money. You're like, okay, I can make a lot more money than I'm making right now. It's like, that is so within reach.
Yeah.
Like, I'm paying to rent these cars right now because I love cars. It's one of my biggest motivating factors. Not my biggest. It's definitely on the list of top 5.
Yeah.
But I'm driving that because I'm manifesting that reality. So I'm paying for that. And it's interesting too to see car rentals. Let's just say a Ferrari, $1,000 a day, $1,200 a day. Okay, well a monthly payment on it's like $3,000. You rent it for 3 days, you just paid a monthly payment.
Yeah,
so
so
that's
then
why
you
I
start
don't rent
realizing
it.
oh shit, I can actually do this.
Might as well just get it. I don't want to rent it for the weekend because.
And that's the thing too. Once you start scaling, once you start making bigger purchases, once you start seeing bigger checks come in, you start realizing that the next level is not actually that hard. You make $3 grand a month. You're like, oh dude, 10 grand is not that hard. Make 10 grand, 30 grand is not that hard. 30 grand, 100 grand is not that hard.
So that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, 10 grand a month. That's $300 a day. That's $10. What is that like? That's like $12 an hour, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So it's like, just figure out how to do that around the clock or whatever, put in the work, but it's not that hard.
Yeah, even if you're not making a couple thousand a month, you can go online, you can make an influencer page, you can make a theme page, you can find
find someone who wants to hire you for a skill. Go build a skill.
Or you can even do an affiliate product, dude. You can sell an affiliate product on a page that has like 10,000 followers and sell something that's $20, 50% commissions, and you do that a couple times a day, $50 a day.
Say you have $70, go pay for an influencer shout out. It's free to become an affiliate for most things. Become an affiliate, get a link, get a cut. And then you're learning marketing, which is a skill that can go anywhere.
Yeah. And
like for me, I don't have a piece of paper from any school. I don't know if I will. Doesn't matter. I could still get hired anywhere. I bet he'd probably hire me, to be honest, if I went broke, because I have skills that can make money. So I'll always be able to make money for myself or for someone else. That's it.
Yeah. You just got to be able to. And when you're making money, guys, you want to be able to leverage your results to build your personal brand as well, because that's what's gonna stick around
Social
3, 4, 5 years. Yeah. So if you're making money in affiliate marketing, making money in e-commerce, use those results to tell people about it. So here's what I have to say. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be better than, 90% of people at something, but you got to let 100% of people know. If you do that,
That's very true.
If you do that, you'll rise like this.
I think
you're
most people
rise up here.
Most people won't do that because they're afraid of what people will say, and it sucks.
Yeah.
99.999% of the feedback I get is positive, but some of that stuff's not. It's like
somebody talking shit.
Sometimes it gets to you. It does.
Yeah, it's usually ignorant people. People who.
It's funny. Every single one of them's broke.
Oh yeah.
Every single one.
For sure, bro.
It's because
they're talking shit. First of all, they have money. They're not gonna be watching.
Because they understand they've made the money, and then it's like they have better things to do with their time.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
So and I like to say, if I see anybody hating, because I'm very careful what I do to make sure that there's nothing I can actually be exposed about or ruin. I really want to be smart with my decisions because I really care about my brand, my reputation.
And you're young, we'll make mistakes for sure.
But most at this time, there's nothing I'm doing that's bad.
It's not
obviously.
sketchy. It's not
and
illegal.
I don't plan on doing anything bad. So if I see somebody talking shit, I'm like, okay, I'm not mad. I just feel bad for you that you're ignorant and haven't collected enough factual data to come with me with actual facts.
They see one video and they're like, nah.
I'll tell them.
The penthouse is rented. Josh, it's all fake.
Yeah, like I tell them, like, go, accumulate some more data, and then come back with some logical facts. Don't tell me your opinions, because if you come with your opinions, I'm gonna roast the hell out of you. And
I know, it's funny too. People I started showing my income on YouTube just because I saw a few entrepreneurs doing that and I really related to it. So, on my YouTube, 90% of the content I put out is not, sure it's value and whatnot, but it's the videos that I was searching for that did not exist.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Like my video today on me dropping out of school and leaving, how I've structured that. That's something I was searching for. I wanted to find someone who's in a similar position.
Relatable.
So it's like, that's all the content I'm putting out. I think it's really interesting because most people don't share that. And when it comes to the income, sharing that on YouTube, people call it fake. People show your bank statements. I'm like, I have absolutely no problem doing that. But one thing I learned from Ty Lopez, he's like, dude, if you show that stuff, you're feeding into your ego.
Yeah.
And you need to learn to control that. So I'm like, I literally at so many times have wanted to flex on people so bad. It's like, but I'm not. It's a good thing that you're not. So it's like,
yeah, because sometimes you think it might inspire people, and it does, but sometimes it also will turn people down and make you look bad. Like, dude, yesterday I was about to post a screenshot of how much I made. I made a lot of money yesterday. I posted a screenshot, and I was like, nah. Yeah. I literally was like contemplating about 5 minutes. I was like,
I used to do that stuff, when you start making your first like $1,000 a day, like,
oh, I was doing it too, and this was a 5-figure screenshot, and I'm like, nah,
Yeah, 5 figures a day, bro, I'm close.
So I was just like, I was just thinking in terms of like, my parents, my friends, girls, like they might be like, this dude's cocky.
That's tough.
Shit.
And you notice girls, and I mean, it's obviously guys too, but like the girls coming for the money now, you can't really stop it. Like, sure, you want to talk to someone if you're going for a relationship, that's great, but at the end of the day, your social media is public. They follow you on Snapchat. Let's say you're Snapchatting back and forth. They see your stories. Like, there's a crazy amount of girls just in the last 48 hours that have hit me back up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll literally show you after this. Like, it's funny. They come back, they see, oh, Ferrari in California, what? Like,
yeah, my Instagram manager would be like, he messaged me yesterday. He's like, what do you want me to tell to the Instagram models that hit you up? I'm like, screenshot the profile first. But
yeah, be careful of people's intentions.
Yeah, 100%.
Even family, I've been burned by that, which is interesting.
For sure. So what do your parents think? Think about family. What do your parents think?
First of all, if you ask them what I do, I don't know if they'd be able to give you a straight answer. I'm trying to make a video with them. They're not really on board with the idea. But they just think I do stuff. I think they know what Shopify, they don't know what it is, but they know what Shopify, like the word is. So they've seen my videos, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. They definitely don't know how much I make, which would be an interesting reaction.
You haven't told them yet or no? That's good that you did that, because one of my biggest advice from my mentors that I fucked up with, and he told me too late, he said, don't tell your parents how much you make. Because I started telling my parents how much I made before I went to college. And they're like, okay, start paying for this.
Yeah,
start paying for this. Start making me pay for rent
and everything.
Food, freaking
what do you need
college, books, gas. I was like, fuck.
And I pay for all my own stuff. Like, sure, my parents, they have a place to stay and they supply the fridge with food. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't really ask for money. I don't need the money. But it's like, now I put that out on YouTube, and I know my mom knows my YouTube exists, so I don't know if she knows. I don't know.
Exactly.
But I'd rather they didn't, and obviously when I got my car, my dad's like, he didn't really say how much you make and show me some statements, but he wanted to see something from me.
That's how it was for me
good
too.
Amount of payments,
and the thing is too, what I kind of realized, you don't obviously want to flex too, because your parents might feel like you're flexing. Like if you're making more than your parents, because when I got to that point, I was like, I didn't really want to talk about it as much, just because parents went the whole traditional route, school, tons and tons.
You ever
of
think they'd feel bad?
That's what I think. I don't know if they will.
I beat them financially, like income-wise, obviously not net worth. They have assets, but like income-wise, I beat them before I'm even 18. They had to go to school. Like my parents had advanced degrees.
For as long as you're as old, they've been in school. Trying to figure out how to make X amount of dollars. And that's why I got to that point. I was like, I just didn't know how to break it to them. Like, yeah, they might be proud, but you never know. The humans are very interesting.
It's better to be low key. Like that's one thing I messed up on. I've said it in videos. Like I was always out there, like, yo, I'm doing this, that, like trying to make some money, almost pretending to be rich. Like this is when I was like 14, 15, whatever. Trying to figure it out. I was excited, right? But I wasn't really making any money. And so everybody's like, oh, it kind of was a negative light. But now everybody for the next few years is like, how are you doing? Asking about me financially, and I didn't really have an answer because I wasn't making money. So it's like now that I am, they see that and I followed through. But it's like my biggest advice is just be low key. Don't tell your friends. Don't tell your best friend. Don't tell your parents or anyone. It can only put you in a vulnerable position. That's it.
Just stack up.
Just shut up and work. Just like
for the longest,
it's fun. Trust me, but it's better. Like this is one thing I really don't have many friends. Like back home, I don't fuck with many people. But I have one friend understands the business stuff. Doesn't really do much. Doesn't care to. But we always said, he loves cars too, likes Aston Martins. I'm like, dude, whenever one of us gets a car, we're not going to tell each other. We're just going to pull up. I bought my M4. I pulled up. I'm like, yo, come help me film this for 2 minutes. He walks outside. He's like, yo, what the fuck?
Damn.
It's craziest thing.
Yeah.
So it's like just being low key about it.
Yeah, see, I feel like that's a tip of advice for you guys, watching this right now. Be low key, stack up your money, and just let people wonder, because I was like, I want to prove everybody that talks shit, prove them wrong, do this, and that for the longest time. And then I realized, like, at first they're like shocked, but then they don't give a fuck. After they're just like, they know, like, he's doing that, or he's doing that. Like, after a while, they don't care. Like,
and eventually they'll figure it out. They'll see not even that you're flexing. It's just I post my life. Like, I don't do anything to brag.
Yeah, this is normal lifestyle.
I like cars, so you're gonna see my cars. It's a simple fact. So it's like, you'll see that and they'll be like, oh, okay, it's becoming his normal. Just let your success make the noise. It's that whole phrase.
Yeah, exactly. You let your exhaust make it. But
new exhaust is coming on this weekend.
Let's go. But last question I wanted to ask you. These are for people who are selling online. Maybe they're internet marketers. Maybe they're on Shopify. What are your favorite advertising platforms for things online, and why? And what would and finish it up with just some tips and some advice that you would give to people listening right now, so they can actually take something practical and like implement it today.
Instagram and Facebook. So for dropshipping specifically, I use Instagram influencers, make money, it's easy cash flow. It's also how I find what products are working. From there, I'm building pixel data at the same time so I get a certain amount of sales. Take that data onto Facebook for a lookalike audience. That's where I can really scale. Now, if you're doing something like, I don't even know, let's just say affiliate marketing, it might be a different structure. You might not want to do Facebook ads with pixel data. You might want to build your own influencer page. You might want to run a webinar. That's different types of stuff. But Instagram and Facebook, definitely two very active platforms when it comes to that. And there's a lot of money to be made. For me, I like using Instagram and then taking Facebook for the scale. Mm-hmm. And if you're trying to do something like, let's say dropshipping with women's clothing, you might want to go more towards personal brands. Send a shirt to a YouTuber who has 15,000 subs, because when it's a personal brand versus just a page that shows cool photos, there's someone's face attached to it. So there's like that connection built with the audience. You can tap into that.
It's a little more relatable.
Exactly. 100%. So it's easier to sell on that.
So last thing you gotta tell people listening right now, so they can get their ass up and get to fucking work today. What do you gotta say?
Pick one thing. Doesn't matter. It's probably not going to be the right thing. You're probably going to end up switching it. You might not be doing it in 5 years, but it might make you some money. Either way, it's going to give you experience. It's going to give you something to do. You're going to start building habits and hopefully build a skill. Don't even worry about the money. Just go. Simple as that.
You guys heard it here first. 17-year-old entrepreneur Hayden Bowles. Appreciate you coming on, bro. We're actually about to go check out a mansion. I might even get another place. So I have 2 places with him. So we'll see, guys. Maybe we'll vlog it. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys listening. If you're on the podcast, first of all, if you're on YouTube and you're not on the podcast, the link for the podcast will be in the description. Subscribe so you can hear the audio. So if you're busy, you're on the run, you're on the go, you're in the car, you can still listen. If you're in the podcast and you like today's episode, leave a 5-star review and say the best thing that you got from Hayden. And see you guys next time.